Hey, what's up everybody? This is Roder MMA Betting. This is arguably the most comprehensive and profitable MMA betting channel on YouTube. I've been betting MMA and UFC for more than 9 years, and I'll be here just making a quick video wrapping up the bets that I'm making for UFC Fight Night Volkov versus Overeem. Guys, if you are familiar to my channel, you know how to use this spreadsheet to your best interest, you know how to read this, and if you're not, there is a link in the description explaining it, and if you're interested in the full breakdowns, I also have a video in the description, alright? So I'll be here just sharing my plays, and if you're new to betting, I recommend you that you read the disclaimer in the description, as this is my plays, and if you're willing to follow it, feel free to do it as long as you take full responsibility, alright? So like as promised, guys, this is the latest the last bets that I'm making, so one by one here between Ode Osbourne and Jerome Rivera. I'm picking Osbourne. In terms of bet, I have some prop bets on Ode Osbourne by TKO at plus 450. I think it's an interesting bet. All right, and Jerome Rivera round 3 at plus 2000. I find this bet. I also got him on round 2, being either TKO or submission. So like round 2 or round 3 finish, it was like plus 1400 or something. So there is some value there. Also Rivera by decision. I didn't take the bet, but there is some value like plus 350. So take a look into that. I think it's a quite interesting one. Both of these guys look quite good on the weightings. Both quite long and big. But I expect that Ode Osbourne gonna be able to land, quicker. His hands has more power. Jerome Rivera doesn't have the best reflexes in the world. And Ode Osbourne starts fast, so I think gonna be around 1 TKO for Osbourne. All right, Devonte Smith versus Justin Jaynes. In terms of bets, I'm not betting this fight at all. I think it's very tricky because anything can happen anytime. I think maybe Jaynes by decision if you can get it like at plus 500. I think there is this option, but it's quite tricky in my opinion. So Smith, he's the longer guy, the more athletic guy. He should finish Jaynes by strikes, but Jaynes is a tough guy, has good wrestling. I think he can use his wrestling and make this like a decision fight from his side, So stay tuned for that, but it's a tricky one. Devonte Smith has good takedown defense, very powerful athletic guy. Seugnwoo Choi versus Youssef Zala. This is my biggest and probably nearly the only bet of the card because so many cancellations. So Choi, I expect him to be the superior striker, land more volume, and I expect him to defend Zala's takedowns because Zala doesn't have the best wrestling in the world, not the most strongest guy for the division. So I expect Choi to win by decision. I got a decision prop bet on Choi at plus 400. It's a very interesting bet in my opinion. Yeah, I think this will do for this one. Yeah, both look pretty good on the weightings. Choi is a little bit bigger. Okay, so Karol Rosa versus Joselyne Edwards. Rosa, yeah, Joselyne, she's the longer fighter, but not by much, by a couple of inches. And but the problem that this girl has that she's not the most technical. Rosa is a way more technical fighter, and I expect her to be able to land more, outstrike Joselyne and eventually take it to the ground. I think it's a tricky fight to bet as well. Joselyne Edwards by decision may be the best bet here. If for some reason she can do more damage, like make it a closer fight. I think I got this bet. I don't remember exactly now. But I think Joselyne Edwards by decision plus 300 range may be very interesting. Then Mike Rodriguez versus Danilo Marques. Marques looks pretty big on the weightings, but quite sloppy guy to be honest. I think Rodriguez is going to be able to finish, but this is a tricky fight to bet because it's super expensive. Rodriguez by TKO. I wouldn't take it. Alright, so I parlayed Rodriguez with some other fights in other fighters on other cards. So yeah, I think I'll just keep my bet. And Michael Johnson versus Clay Guida. Guida looked pretty big and strong in the weightings. So Guida could win this fight. I think that Guida has great chances if he pushes the pace. He's the superior wrestler. Has arguably more power. Has power on the overhand. Can go with some like chokes or something. So has more chances included. But Johnson, is more consistent, has the range, so I expect Johnson to win. But in terms of bet, maybe Guida, should. I think that if I have to bet someone, I would definitely bet Guida. But for now, I'm gonna be skipping the fight. I think there is not much value. Guida by decision also like plus 250. It's quite expensive in my opinion. Cory Sandhagen versus Frankie Edgar. Edgar by decision may be an interesting one. I got him at plus 500. If he's gonna win, gonna definitely be by decision. I think there's very, very little chance that he can finish Sandhagen somehow. Whereas Sandhagen can finish Edgar basically anywhere, in any time. Also can be by decision. So probably the best bet here is Edgar by decision. I got at plus 500. I think it's a pretty good one. Okay. Timur Valiev versus Martin Day. Guys, Day is a very good striker. You know, he's quite long for the division. Valiev is definitely more complete guy. Good striking, wrestling, so can finish this fight anywhere. Can win by decision, so he's definitely the favorite. But Martin Day at plus 500 I got. It's pretty decent bet in my opinion. The small money because I expect Valiev to win here, but there's a chance to pull an upset here, doing more damage. And, getting taken down and getting quickly back up, inflicting more damage, and also like slow-paced fight type of things, so could happen, So Martin Day by decision plus 500, there is some value there in my opinion. Molly McCann versus Lara Procopio. Intense stare downs, both this girl looked pretty good. I think it's tricky to bet because by decision obviously it's crazy expensive, and but these girls can finish each other, like with an overhand, and then from McCann's side, and Procopio can take it to the ground, finish her, so it's quite weird. I'm not gonna be betting this fight. I don't think there's much opportunities there. Pantoja versus Cap, another super tough fight to call and to bet. Anything can happen anytime. Kepa involved his game quite a bit. Pantoja is super tough, but doesn't have much game plan, so it's a tricky one. I'm not gonna be touching this fight. Ferreira versus Dariush, quite similar comments, because both of these guys are so elite. Should be a super close fight, like back and forth. There is some chance that Ferreira can TKO Dariush. The opposite, I think it's a little bit more difficult because Ferreira is a strong, tougher guy, I can put it. Has more resistance. So it's a tricky one, even though I think they can finish each other. That's why I'm putting like this, but still I don't see any interesting lines there. And Volkov versus Overeem, probably the best fight to prop bet here. This is a fight I expect to be pretty slow paced. If someone gonna finish the other, gonna be Volkov finishing Overeem in the later rounds, in my opinion. Overeem by decision is a very likely scenario. I got him at plus 600. I think it's very interesting. Okay, and also got Volkov by round 4 or round 5 at plus 2000 range. TKO round 4, TKO round 5 plus 2000 each line. Okay, and like I said, over 2.5 rounds, minus 120. I think it's also an excellent one because, like I said, I think it's gonna be slow paced in the beginning, and then if they're gonna finish each other, gonna be Volkov finishing Overeem in the later rounds, okay, or to the decision. So that's why this 2.5 rounds, over 2.5 rounds bet should be excellent in my opinion. All right, guys, this will do it for this video. I wanted to show some pictures here. I kind of made a previous video, then I deleted because I don't know, these things of copyright. So here's weird, okay? So I apologize for not putting pictures and whatnot, but just because of this. Okay, so yeah, guys, I hope you guys appreciate this video. I hope you get good bets there. Take a look on this last one, and I said I think by far the best way to bet this card, besides Choi, that I think is also amazing. So take a look between Volkov Overeem prop bets and Choi, and good luck with your bets. And if you like this, please like, subscribe. There is in the description of this video a link to my Patreon. There's not content there, just in case you want to support me on a regular basis. All right, and or any international donations through PayPal, I would pretty much enjoy it. Okay, guys, this will do for this video. This is Rodder My Bet, bringing the best, most consistent and transparent betting strategy for you.